In your notes here, you said men hook up with date women to receive validation from other men and care more about how their peers see them than the woman
I might have just missed.
they're with.
Did I send that yesterday or 2 days ago? Because it might
have been older. Like
it
I found
probably
the old
was
one.
really old.
So do you no longer believe that?
No,
or-
I agree. I think that a lot of the time in college, especially, like guys, like I'm like, bro, like y'all are no way y'all are into the cooch this much. Like I swear y'all like just do it like cooch. Like they don't want, you know
Wait,
what I mean.
Wait, you think guys really aren't about the they just want to look cool to their friends?
Both.
I'll
I'm
be
sure
honest.
they like it.
I would think a lot of you would be surprised how many men have been with you and told 0 people ever. Not out of embarrassment, not out of anything, just because why would it matter? Why would they tell
Because
anyone?
their bros are like, yeah, bro, yeah, nice. Bro.
That's actually not how dudes
think-
are at all.
Don't you
me, but
think this is
I know
actually like
men
this is what women do and they actually project it?
Dude, firstly, if you've
I do
ever had
not-
a girlfriend
I
or
do not
whatever
hook
and
up
you
with
look in her girl group chat, if one of them
Brutal.
sleeps with a guy, his photo's in there, they're all talking about it, ask about it. If a
That's
guy
true.
did that in
That's
my
true.
group chat, I'd be
That's-
like, get that out of here. Oh, sorry, I did a TOS. My bad, everybody.
I did a TOS, but that's very true.
If a dude tried to post a girl he hooked up with in the boys group chat, I'd be like, lame, let's talk about something cool. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
It'd be embarrassing.
So Shane, I'll ask you. I mean, I don't know about you, but it's definitely the case. Like if a girl just one time sleeps with a guy, the whole friend group knows.
100%.
Here's photos. Here's his dick size. Here's all these details.
That's true.
My
Whereas
gosh.
True.
I could be boyfriend girlfriend with the girl.
Yeah.
And nobody fucking.
I don't want any
know.
of my guy friends to know about my girl ever, even if I'm just hooking up with her.
I mean, that's your
mine.
experience.
Get away.
Then, like, if a girl like sends you nudes, I would never share that shit
Ever, in a
I would
million
never
years.
show it.
In
to
a
dude.
million
Like,
years.
check out this. No way, that's for
That's
me.
different.
I don't
That's
even
my
like
personal
knowing if she
experience.
took them before and sent me an old one.
Oh, yeah.
Those are just for me forever.
But that's not the only way to show off. Because, for example, if I'm a guy and I date you and you're beautiful, you're a 10, I would want to show you off to a friend just by being with you. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
you could be
So that's-
ugly and they'd still do it.
Like, yeah, exactly.
But, like, in the
you
friend
don't
group-
have to
in the
send
friend
each other. You can just.
No, dude.
You
or
never
maybe-
wanna show off?
Here's the difference, right?
You're also
Like,
a lot older than me. I'm in college. Like these college boys, I've dated frat guys and I've seen their group chats.
well,
sure. There's
frat
differences.
guys.
Well,
Yeah,
not
but-
everybody,
Pretty good
but
point.
They have a
also, like, I
specific
don't give
reputation.
references.
Okay, well, I was in college once, and even when I was in college, I
I
wasn't
think
doing
it's
this
a
shit.
woman's
Maybe-
thing.
I definitely,
I do
definitely
because
agree.
I think
Maybe
as a
it's both
woman we are
people.
insecure, so we are like, oh my god,
Speak
do
for
you?
yourself.
Yeah, there's no. I don't think there's
Either
any
way,
data or anything.
I-
It's
we
just
are
anecdotal.
we are a
Genuinely-
little bit insecure, so we tell our friends, hey, what do you like this guy? He talks about this and this, and oh my god, he doesn't post me on Instagram. I want to be seen. I want to be show off, so I feel safe that he's not have any secrets about me and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I just think it's a little
I have
woman
had
thing.
I have
to
had
be-
contentious arguments in relationships because girls are in group chats sending each other photos of dudes they've been with and bragging and asking questions, and I think it's wildly inappropriate. I don't want to date someone who would do that. If your best friend is like, "Who did you hook up with? Let me see him," and also like that sucks. I don't want to date someone like that. It's
Yeah.
gross.
I mean, this is all our personal experiences. I just like because think about men are they're so horny all the time, and I'm like, damn, no way y'all are this thirsty compared to women. Like, I think it's a lot of for validation.
We are. Men
you
are
guys-
men are touching themselves while they're driving. Do you understand? Like there's no it's so
I think it's so dramatic. It's so extra, and I
It
think
is.
it's because they
Wait,
want
what?
validation.
Well, going back to this, Shane. So, I don't know about you, but like, let's say you went on a date with a girl,
Yep.
and your buddy happens to know that
Sure.
you went out with a girl or something. Like, I don't know about you, but my conversation with a male friend would be like, he might be like, "Oh, hey, Brian, how'd it go with Tiffany?" I'd be like, "Good."
yeah.
We could have hooked up. We could, whatever. That's it. Oh yeah, it was good, man. That's it. I'm not gonna say like get into details and talk about the sex with the dude. That's the last thing I'm gonna share. I don't know if I'm an outlier here, if I'm just discreet. I would never share any of that info.
I am-
with a girl.
Look at me.
Or sorry, with a male friend.
Yeah, look at me. I am friends with a lot of degenerate, disgusting
Yeah.
men, like
Yeah.
dudes who are up to horrible things. We do not talk about that stuff. It's weird. It would be embarrassing to me if a male friend tried to be like, dude, I was with her. This is what it was like. I'd be like, what are you doing right now?
Wait a second. Let me ask you this question. You guys keep talking about, but first you said that your experiences, you're not that type of guy. I agree with you. But you bring up an interesting point. You say you know scumbags, and even they wouldn't do that. Okay, that's wrong. Have you heard of the Burning Sun incident?
The what?
The burning sun incident?
Look it up. Burning Sun incident. It's famous people, group of guys. Do you know Big Bang, K-pop?
What?
Are you gonna bring it up?
Are
bring
you
it up?
discussing revenge?
No, I'm not revenge. This group of guys, celebrities, they actually have a secret chat room where they send each news. Girls, they involuntary or voluntary into the chat room, and this is hundreds of people.
But
And this has happened in all kinds of countries. This Burning Sun incident is a BBC documentary. You should all check it out.
Okay, but
so
But aren't
say
you the one who
scumbag, there
touched
are
the
people
man
like
in
that.
the club?
Okay, hold on.
Let me finish. She's talking about her experience, so it's valid. There are guys who do that to show off, to text amongst each other.
But you got to understand, me and Shane are not making the argument that no men do that. There's
Right.
obviously guys that
There are
like
gross men,
share
yeah.
like
Right,
that kind
yeah.
of stuff.
Ones that
Like he
But-
says scumbags do
gross
that. I'm just
men,
saying, please
yeah.
acknowledge the scumbags of the world.
Okay.
Oh, there's
fine,
evil people
totally.
doing bad stuff.
But I would say, generally speaking, sure, there's men who do this. I think it actually manifests itself much more in women.
I mean, there's no
I
like
really do
evidence
think
for
like
either.
I've
never
No, there is evidence.
No,
I think
don't-
they've actually studied that. I don't know if there's studies.
Well,
but it
you can
is.
pull it up, but I don't think it
How many times have you guys been on a date, and before you went on the date, you sent a photo of the guy to a girlfriend? No, never.
No, no, no.
Well,
Oh,
you don't
wait.
go on dates.
Oh, I got one.
I sent a guy
Wait,
the photo.
I have a good one.
Your
I have a
friends,
good
right?
one. Okay, how many of you have disclosed to either a female friend or even a female acquaintance the size of a guy's penis who
Of
you hooked up
course.
with? Raise your hands. No. Be honest.
If it
Be
was really
honest.
memorable.
Be honest. Shane, have you ever disclosed the pussy size, the labia size of a girl you fucked up with to a male friend?
Because that doesn't matter. Because size
It
matters.
matters. Matter?
No, it
What?
doesn't.
No, it
Hold on.
matters.
Full of
It
big lady
matters.
matter. Hashtag I only date women with large
Bra size.
bra size.
I
No,
got my
I wouldn't-
Libya off,
Oh,
so
yeah,
I do
she
not
had-
know.
I think if a girl had
I
something
had an
really
operation on
memorable, they
Libya,
might
though.
say something to the other
What's
friend.
that?
I said I think the same way that a girl, if the guy, if it's real memorable, maybe they'll say something. I would never say something if it was a normal penis, but I think if a girl had something really memorable or something really crazy happened, the guy would be just as likely to say something.
I mean, if she had like, if she got
Giant
naked and you're like, dude,
boobs.
she didn't have one of her legs, like that would be
but
like
like
something.
boobs
So
or
She had an
something.
extra
I
leg.
mean, I've encountered like interesting sexual things.
Like if she bit you or like barked at you, you'd probably say
Like
Yeah,
the
but
cat
that's-
story,
yeah.
like the
Yeah,
cat
but most
story.
people, like, a lot of men are gonna feel like a type of way. Like if you're talking about his genitals, that's way different than like an anecdote that anybody could bite you, right? So I don't think anybody would like if he bit you and you told somebody, like. It's not discreet, but it's not like super intimate information necessarily. Although there are,
Yeah, I could.
I
all
still
freaky.
think it's, but like,
Maybe they got
for
a weird
example,
fetish.
I've encountered women who are like crazily multi who instantly. I would never tell a male friend that.
But you're also
Yeah.
a lot older than me, and I think a
How
lot
is
of
that?
these-
Okay, cool.
Because a lot of these it is an immature thing, definitely, and that's why I mean I'm a college girl. I deal with the college boys, and that's what they do.
Well, I don't know if like younger guys are getting more like feminine or whatever, but like at least for me, I've always been
I don't know.
discreet with the girls I date. Like it's for me, it's just a respect thing. I ain't
yeah,
gonna
it's
tell.
disrespectful. But
I
think,
think
a lot of
yeah,
people
but
don't care.
women do that shit all the
Well,
time.
then it's disrespectful when they do it too. I haven't
Yeah,
experienced
but
that.
it's not. I don't think
not
it's
a man.
viewed like when y'all are with your girlfriends and you're like sharing all these intimate details about like some new guy you hooked up with.
But-
you don't. None of the women in the group are like, whoa, this is kind of like sharing really intimate details.
But guess what? Women experience shame. People shame women for having sex. People do not shame men for having sex.
Oh, they do.
I think they do, but I would also like to point out that you are an adult
SW,
worker.
yeah.
Yeah, and so when men sleep with you, I think a lot of the time
No,
it's
this
a
was like when I was
conquest.
younger.
But you've been
Like
doing
before I've done
that before since you were 18.
Yes, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really do that but like that's a recent thing, collaborating with people.
But still, if you're an SW or whatever, and someone hooks up with you, then you're more likely, by virtue of the line of work and stuff, to attract the type of scumbag man who would be like, "Yo, check this girl's Instagram. She does this, and I just hooked up with her."
I see them do it with other girls too, like my friends, all these other. I don't think it's necessarily just me. You know what I mean?
Okay.